It's 10 trivia questions on the late great comedian Norm Macdonald. This is Trivia with Buds. What it be, and welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Thanks for checking out the show. Thanks for subscribing and leaving reviews on iTunes to get more eyes and ears on the show. And thanks for supporting the show on Patreon at patreon.com/trivia with Buds. Today's episode, very special episode about the late great comedian Norm Macdonald, one of my all-time favorites. And we have 10 questions on his illustrious career on SNL and doing stand-up and a ton of movies and appearances on different things, and unfortunately lost him at age 61 to cancer, which he kept to himself over the last 10 years or so. Something he didn't keep to himself was his amazing comedy material, which I would listen to on repeat all the time, especially his album Me Doing Standup. So if you can find that on Spotify or Amazon Music or Apple Music, whatever you listen to, try and find that one. It is a gem from 2011, I think it is. And I am going to share a clip here. This was his last appearance on Letterman in the early 2010s, somewhere around there. And it's a 9-minute set. I urge you to watch the whole thing if you can find it on YouTube. It's very, very funny, and it's really good at the end, very heartfelt at the end, what Norm says to David Letterman. But we'll play the first minute or two here for you, and you could hear some amazing Norm Macdonald stand-up if you haven't heard some before. So enjoy this before we get into the trivia.
Thanks, guys. Listen, I don't want to brag or anything, but me and Oprah are making the same money tonight. But the show has loosened up considerably. I noticed I was watching Oprah and Dave talking about weed and booze. And I don't do either of those. The hardest drug I ever did, LSD. And I remember I was a kid. I was like 16. And I remember they warned me. They said, hey, you got to be careful with that LSD on account of you can get a flashback. 10 years can go by, 20 years, 30 years, and a flashback will happen. So I thought, hey, that seems like a good deal. You tell me I buy a drug for $5, I eat it, I get high, and then 20 years later I get high again? That's not the point. I like to stretch my drug dollar. The point is this. 10 years have passed, 20 years have passed, 30 years have passed, and no flashbacks. What a gyp that turned out to be. Just more horse by the big acid companies, that's all it is.
All right, there was some classic Norm Macdonald drug humor for you. Rest in peace to Norm, and prayers to his friends and family. We're going to jump into 10 questions right now on Norm Macdonald to see what you know about his amazing career. Here we go. All right, Norm Macdonald trivia. Let's see what you know about the comedy legend. Number one, what 1998 film starred Norm Macdonald and Artie Lange and was directed by Bob Saget? Number one of my favorites. What 1998 film starred Norm Macdonald and Artie Lange and was directed by Bob Saget? Number one. Question number two. What Celebrity Jeopardy contestant was Norm most known for playing on Saturday Night Live? Number two. What Celebrity Jeopardy contestant was Norm most known for playing on SNL? Number two. Question number three, which character did Norm voice on Family Guy before it was recast as Adam Carolla? Number three, who did Norm voice on Family Guy before it was recast as Adam Carolla? Number four, in 2010, Norm put out a comedy special called Me Doing Blank. Number four, I mentioned this one in the intro. Number four, in 2010, Norm put out a comedy special called Me Doing Blank. Question number 5, in which Adam Sandler movie did Norm play a drunk guy named Frank? Number 5, in which Adam Sandler movie did Norm play a drunk guy named Frank? Number 5. Number 6, in what year did Norm start hosting Weekend Update on Saturday Night Live? Was it 1990, 1994, or 1998? Number 6, 90, 94, or 98? Number 7, on what single name sitcom did Norm start as a writer in the writer's room? Number 7, on what single name sitcom did Norm start as a writer? Number 8, Norm was fired from SNL for making jokes about what famous court case? Number 8, Norm was fired from SNL for making jokes about what famous court case? Question number 9, what network aired The Norm Show, a sitcom from 1999 to 2001? What network aired The Norm Show from 1999 to 2001? And your final question, number 10, what former presidential candidate was Norm most famous for playing on SNL? Number 10, what former presidential candidate was Norm most famous for playing on SNL? Those are all of your questions on Norm Macdonald. We'll be right back with the answers after this sound effect. We are back with the answers to this round on Norm Macdonald. Let's see how you did. Number 1, what 1998 film starred Norm Macdonald and Artie Lange and was directed by Bob Saget? That was Dirty Work. Dirty Work, number 1. A great kind of cult classic comedy, if you can find it streaming or on DVD or something. It's still funny today. It holds up, and it's about two guys who open a revenge for hire business. It's great. Number 1, Dirty Work. Number 2, we had a question about who he played on SNL on Celebrity Jeopardy. That was Burt Reynolds, and he looked and sounded almost exactly like him. Number 2, Burt Reynolds. Number 3, who did Norm voice on Family Guy before it was recast as Adam Carolla? That was Death, the Grim Reaper, or Death. Number 4, in 2010, Norm put out a comedy special called Me Doing Standup. Me Doing Standup. Number 4. Number 5, in which Adam Sandler movie did Norm play a drunk guy named Frank? That was Billy Madison. Hangs out by the pool and drinks all day. Number 5, Billy Madison. Number 6, in what year did Norm start hosting Weekend Update on SNL? 90, 94, or 98? That was 1994. Number 6, 94. Number 7, on what single name sitcom did Norm star as a writer? That was Roseanne. Way back in the day, Roseanne. Number 8, Norm was fired from SNL for making jokes about what famous court case? O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson on Weekend Update quite a bit. Number 9, what network aired The Norm Show from 1999 to 2001? That was the American Broadcasting Company, ABC. ABC. And number 10, what former presidential candidate was Norm most famous for playing on SNL? He gave him a nice tribute on Twitter last week. That was Bob Dole. Bob Dole. And there you have it, a round on a comedy legend, Norm Macdonald. Go look up all his work and binge it like I have been doing in YouTube clips for like 10 days now. We have a fact of the day for you. The fact of the day is about a skunk. A skunk's smell can be detected by a human a mile away. So sometimes when you smell a skunk, it's probably not that close. Might not be in your own backyard, but like way down the street. There you have it. Now you know. Thanks for listening. Thanks for telling a friend about this show, and we'll see you next time for more trivia with Buds. Cheers.